Another jam-packed day of Trump legal tornadoes ripping across courtrooms in America. The former president showing up in a Florida court on his classified documents case. There was no ruling there yet, but the real action was in Georgia, where it was part one, season finale for furious Fani and Loverboy. A judge says he will decide her fate in about 2 weeks. Will she get the final rose and stay on the Trump case? Or will she be disqualified and have to pack her bags? The star-crossed lovers showing up for the closing arguments and getting literally seated one person away from one another. Kind of awkward. Today, the defense doubling down that the relationship between Willis and Wade began in 2019, which contradicts sworn testimony by the lovers that it started in 2022. Earlier this week, Nathan Wade's former law partner and divorce attorney, Terrence Bradley, testified about his knowledge of the relationship, and his memory was a lot like Biden's.
I do see that message, but I do not recall.
You don't recall texting this?
I don't recall any specific dates. I do not recall. I do not recall how it came up. I can't recall what the conversation was. I don't recall that. At this time, I don't recall. No, I don't recall.
But there was a key text message. He did seem to recall.
Do you think it started before she hired him? You see that?
Dang. That damning text message could be game over. Terrence Bradley blowing up the Fani Nathan timeline by texting absolutely when asked if the relationship began before Willis hired Wade in November 2021. Bradley says he was just speculating, but today Trump's lawyer disagreed.
The most obvious indication that Willis and Wade were not truthful on the point of timing, and that's Bradley. Ms. Merchant says, do you think it started before she hired him? Mr. Bradley says, absolutely. Now, absolutely is not a speculative word. That's not speculation. That's a definitive statement.
Dang, Tyrus.
Dang, dog. They got me, dog. It's a horrible wingman. Worst wingman in the history of the game. Sorry.
So
I had
bad.
to tell her.
So bad.
Look, I honestly don't want to watch any more of this. I'm going to wait for the reenactment.
Oh.
You know, Jesse, back when we were kids, when we stayed home from school, the rare times when we weren't diligently trying to get to where we are today, there was a show. There was this great show that came on, and it was actors in divorce court. It was like a divorce court thing, and it was all the drama and excitement. This had none of that. Like, this is the worst thing that anyone wants to see when it has to do with lawyers who are seeking justice. They're corrupt. They're sleazy. All the things that you wouldn't want to see someone who's pursuing the fight for justice is so corrupted. It's like you can't even get to court without this junk. Like this, it doesn't help the American people. We're all dumber for seeing this. It's wasting our day. We missed like 20 minutes of Cavuto. That's you know how hard that is for me? So it just get to the point. The judge is going to take 2 weeks. Make up your mind. Were they inappropriate or not? Looks like they were. Move on. Are we going to see the case? That's the real issue. The American people, we want to get on and get ready to vote. You know what I'm saying? And like, get on with it. If you're gonna go after him, come get him. But at least get some people with some integrity.
I'm gonna put you on the hot seat, Jillian. Dang. Does Fani get DQ'd?
In a way, it doesn't really matter.
Why?
Because here's the deal. She might go down in flames. She might get taken off this case. But it's likely, not according to me, but according to the legal experts, that it's likely this case in some form is going to go forward anyway. Trump's going to have to face maybe the same charges. Basically, what's going to happen if she does get pulled from this case, right? The state of Georgia is going to reassign it to some other district attorney, and then it'll be up to them. Likelihood, again, according to all the legal experts, is that they're going to push these charges forward in some form. So the trial is going to happen. All of this, as Tyrus said, is really a salacious sideshow. The other problem is, where on earth are you going to find a jury now that's not going to be tainted by all this salacious stuff? It reminded me, you feel like if Fani Willis does move this case forward, it's like when you go to a movie and like the lead actor is going through some like horrible divorce in the tabloids and you feel like you know too much about them and you can't get into the role. You know, you can't. It's a distraction. It's a big distraction.
Everyone is tainted. How tainted do you feel, Jessica Tarloff? Just all the way up here in New York. I know the taint can travel across state lines. Do you believe that this will get calendared favorably to the president if she is DQ'd and push it back?
Well, there's been a development on what favorably to the president means today, and that happened in Florida. So Judge Cannon had Jack Smith's team down there, and Jack Smith has advised her that actually that 60-day rule, so the idea is that if it's too close to an election, you can't bring a case, right, because then that would count as election interference, doesn't actually apply to this because he's already been indicted and the case would have already started being litigated. So that really changes the scope of what we were talking about with the D.C. trial. So the Supreme Court will take that up April 22nd. Maybe they'll wait until the end of their term, right? And we won't get something until the end of June. But then there's a chance that you get your 88 days. That's what Judge Chutkan has said the Trump team would get, and then thinks about 3 months to do this. So that puts him in the heat of campaign season, sitting in a courtroom, if he's going to show up for it, and then the ruling coming around the election. And the same could be true in Florida. So that has really scrambled all of this. The Trump team, Jillian's totally right. They're throwing stuff at the wall, just trying to get delays on everything. He's asked for after the election in every possible circumstances that he can get. It doesn't look like he's going to get it. And that the argument, oh, well, I need to be out on the campaign trail is falling on deaf ears because it's not really a good enough excuse, right? You've gone through an indictment process, and that's what's most important about the Fani Willis and Nathan Wade situation. What they did and where they texted from and whose burner phone hooked up to whose cell phone tower doesn't change the content of the indictment.
Wow.
And, well, it doesn't, because even if you show a, quote, conflict of interest, either the semblance or the appearance of impropriety or a direct one, and I don't think now that we found out that they were staying at the DoubleTree in Napa, remember we were talking about caviar? They went back to a DoubleTree. Is that the lifestyles of the rich and famous?
Well, maybe
I'm not so
Nathan paid for the hotel and she paid for the wine tasting. You don't know.
Well, doesn't it have to be the other way for this to have worked out the way that the Trump team is?
I'm only saying that's how she's claiming because she paid cash.
You can't pay for the Four Seasons in cash.
Right. So
I feel like some people in the lobby at the Four Seasons are definitely paying in cash.
If you're going to indict people, for breaking the law, you should not be breaking the law yourself. And throughout this process of the digging up the dirt and all of everything that we've seen, there's big questions about whether they were telling the truth under oath. And you also, in this text, it says, just date him, don't hire him. Fani Willis ended up giving this guy money inappropriately in violation of the law because of the way that the campaign funds were mixed. So if you're going to take the moral high ground and say that Donald Trump is the most corrupt ever and we have to do something to stop him, maybe you shouldn't be corrupt in yourself and your own behavior. But I'm just disappointed that throughout this whole thing, they were smart enough not to take those cruise pictures and post them, because it would have been really nice to have those in evidence to see.
We don't know that to be true.
We don't have them yet, but I'm just sad they weren't in evidence.
To see Nathan Wade in a bathing suit.
No, she just wanted the concrete evidence.
I just wanted to.
Jesse, can I throw something at you?
Yeah, throw something.
Because this will. You think they knew from jump? The lawyers knew that this was just a chance for them to make money. That there was no real case here. Because if I was trying to beat you, I'd bring in the best and brightest. I wouldn't bring in.
They had to bring in.
Hey, I'd bring in
Fulton
my kids.
County people.
Hey, kids, you're going to file for daddy because this Jesse Waters thing is going to make us a lot of money, and I'll pay you each a wonderful salary, and of course I'll protect it for you till you get older because that's what good parents do. So what I'm just saying is, it's starting to feel like, listen, this isn't much of a case, but we can make some money and get famous. So she's bringing in all her people closer because it doesn't make sense to me. You want to beat supposedly the orange dragon and say like this would be huge. This court victory would be monstrous for her. I would be trying to. I'd be trying to dig up every.
She's a government employee. She's not making any more money from
Sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants.
Thank you.
Can I say one more thing real quickly about the judge and the pressure on the judge? So he is appointed by the governor, Brian Kemp, and he has to get reelected. And he's in Fulton County, where Fani Willis is very popular. And given the way the left explodes and riots against decisions they don't like, there's a lot of pressure for him to keep her on the bench.
Are you saying that the good people of Fulton County would riot?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying
That is a high bar.
Consequences.
Even for the people of Fulton County, that is a high bar.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing January 6th for Fani.
Or maybe summer 2020. Better example.
Well, let's everybody stay calm in Fulton County.
Dang.
Except Nathan Wade, you go.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.